Hey, Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, fans, we're talking about The Amazing Spider Man issue number 13, otherwise known as Spider-Verse Part 5. Now, you get to see a cool cover here. You get to see Spider-Gwen on there. We get to see Ultimate Spider-Man. We get to see Kane's on there, Peter's on there, Spider-Ham's on there, Spider-Punk's on there. You get to see a whole cast of Spider people on there. Now, this book is written by Dan Slott. The art is done by Giuseppe Colmacoli, who did the last issue as well. And his artwork is very solid in the particular book. It has good details in the issue. Great to see kind of some flashbacks there from Uncle Ben of this Earth 3145. We get to see, which is a Green Goblin on there, otherwise known as Emerald Elf, which I thought was very comical as the character's name. But overall, the artwork is really great. We get to see Spider Gwen and Cindy Moon, otherwise known as Silk, go through a portal in there, which was nice. And it was a great visual type of issue. Uh, Here's one part that was really well done with the Inheritors. That was great artwork there. So great stuff here. So what did I think about this particular issue? With this issue here, we get to see the other Spider-Man and Peter come face to face with this world's Uncle Ben. And we learn a little bit of the history of Uncle Ben in this book. We learn that he was the one that got spider powers, and basically Peter Parker dies, and he blames himself for that death. So what happens is he winds up hiding himself from this bunker. So instead of having this great power and taking responsibility, he doesn't take any of the responsibility. He's a coward, winds up going into this bunker, hides out. The whole freaking place gets nuked by Otto Octavius from this world, and that's it. And that's what happens with all of him. So throughout the issue, we wind up finding out that our group winds up getting the scrolls, and they're trying to find out more about what the Scion, what the Other, and what the Bride is. We find out that they can't go to Loom World or whatnot. We get to see different character interactions with Great Britain Spider-Man. We get to see different character interactions with Superior Spider-Man, and and things like that, which is good that you don't always get to see because there's so much crowdedness going on. We get to see a little bit what happens with Ben Reilly in this particular issue. Now, I suggest that you read Scarlet Spiders first before you read this, so you're not spoiled, because if you're reading Amazing Spider-Man first, all that stuff is going to be spoiled, and you're kind of going to be like, oh man. And I feel like to really get a true character development or really feel attached to characters with Spider-Verse, you have to read these Spider-Verse tie-ins. And I kind of wish they said that you didn't have to read the tie-ins, because to really get good character moments here, you really do. So read Scarlet Spiders first to find out what happens within this whole story. So we wind up seeing Kane. He disappears to Loom World where he shouldn't go. And the next thing we find out is that Kane is there, and then the Inheritors are there, and they wind up doing this crazy battle against Kane. He winds up transforming into the Other. And it's just insane. I mean, there's this battle that just wages on, and you're just like, holy crap. And Kane winds up getting his ass beat. But before he does that, we wind up finding out that the father winds up getting crushed as well. Now, whatever inheritor dies at this point, they're dead now because the cloning facility is destroyed. Again, you have to read Scarlet Spiders to understand what I'm talking about. So by the time we get to the end of this issue, we wind up seeing that our Spider-Man have to team up. They have to go to Loom World, and they're trying to get all the spiders together. And Spider-Man tries to give Uncle Ben a pep talk, and he's just afraid of failing. And Superior winds up going in there, and he goes, "This is crazy. You're pathetic, you old man." And so they each give their own pep talk in a way. And finally, Ben comes to, and he's like, I'm going to join you guys. And the next thing you see him getting dressed. He's putting on the spider costume, and he's just like, Superior goes, "The die is cast!" And then Peter Parker Spider-Man goes, "Spider friends, go for it!" And you're just like, dude, that's a tribute to the old cartoon show. So you gotta really appreciate that there. So I really love the ending of this particular issue. The little pep talk, Peter Parker saying, "You know what, you can do it. Get on your feet. Don't be down and out." Really like that aspect of the issue. I thought this was a strong issue. Had good character interactions this time around. It didn't try to jump around so much. I love the interactions between Ben. I love the Superior moments. I love the Peter moments. We get to see Kane's pain through here, trying to go and defeat the Inheritors himself. Again, you might be spoiled here on what goes on with that book if you don't read that book first. But nevertheless, this was a great issue. I really enjoyed it. I love what Spider-Verse is. Even though it's not the event that I thought it was going to be, it is a solid event. Is it the best Spider-Man series that I've ever read in my life? No, it's not. I've seen others. I've seen better villains. There's a lot of still standing around with the characters here, but there was some good character moments. And after reading Amazing Spider-Man issue number 13, I'm going to give this one 4.25 out of 5 stars. So guys, leave me your comments below on what you think of the Spider-Verse event up to this point. What are you hoping for in the conclusion of all this? Because we only have one issue left, and it seems like there's a lot to be wrapped up here. And what's going to happen to Peter? What's going to happen to his universe? What's going to happen to all the other Spider-Verse people? Like, there's so much here still left on the table, and I just don't know how they're going to wrap it up. So, guys, any thoughts, any theories, leave them in the comments below. Also, go to Comic Book Corner 2.0, which is my own individual channel. You can check out all the other tie-ins for this week's Spider-Verse event extravaganza. And guys, until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching Comic Frontline. Take care, fans. See you soon. Bye.